This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and I hope that you liked that little new intro for the channel from Brookie and Avery, the daughters of one of my patrons. Thank you very much for that beautiful introduction to the world of YouTube. And let's dive into what we're doing today. This is an odd sacrifice deck. This style of deck just won the Magic Fest online big event that goes on the weekend, filled with pro players and some of the best players in the game. So there is a lot to be said for odd sacrifice right now. Why? Why did they give Rakdos Cat Oven not one good companion, but two? We already did Lurrus. We thought that was the scourge of the format. But no, now we have Obosh. Lurrus is lower to the ground and very Priest of the Forgotten Gods oriented. In metas where the Priest isn't very good because there's either a ton of creatures on the field and the sacrifice isn't a big cost to the opponent, or there's no creatures on the field and the Priest is just kind of dirtling. In those type of metas, which it seems like we're getting into, you might want a bit more kick than Lurrus provides. So how about Obosh the Prey Piercer, which doubles all damage dealt from odd sources. On the downside, 5 freaking mana in a deck that usually wants to play a bunch of small threats is a problem, and so is the fact that you can only play cards with odd mana costs in your deck. So on that note, enter Heraldic Banner. Jammernaut is the player who won the big event, and this Rakdos build with Heraldic Banner just it does so much. It's really hard to put into words, but a really good opening with this deck involves things along the line of turn 1 Gutterbones, turn 2 another creature in an oven possibly, turn 3 Banner and another creature, and you attack for a bunch, and then turn 4 Obosh and you attack for 1,000,000. Is what it feels like. Like Gutterbones becomes a 3/1 with the Banner out, then Obosh makes it hit for 6 damage, just as one little example. But the Heraldic Banner combining with Obosh turns these into serious threats. And if that weren't enough, Judith, the Scourge Diva, dives in to do a little more work herself. And of course, Mayhem Devil gets you over that finish line. This deck, in the version that Jammernaut played, had 4 Claim the Firstborns and 22 land and a second Judith. I went up to 24 land because I found I was missing way too many land drops. Hand smoothing algorithm, you get the 2 landers, you never draw the 3rd land, maybe one of the 2 lands was tapped. It was just super awkward. So I went up to 24 land. I reduced Basic Mountain. I'm not kidding. I had 3 games in a row where I had 3 Basic Mountains in my opening hand and no Black Source. So I cut it all the way down to just 1 Basic Mountain, and I ran Temple of Malice, which is pretty good. You usually end up playing it on turn 2 when you have another 1-drop into another 1-drop to smooth out your draw. Make sure that your mana is really good. And Fabled Passage, this was the other thing. I was cracking my Fabled Passage too early to fix my mana. Now it's easier to save Fabled Passage for the Mayhem Devil turn, play it as the 4th or 5th land so it's untapped. So the adjustments to the mana base I think make a lot of sense for best of 1. Also, Act of Treason instead of Claim the Firstborn. Yes, there are still Lurrus decks where Claim is your best card, but there's a lot of Fires of Invention in Yorion decks. A lot. And against Fires of Invention and against Yorion, Act of Treason, stealing their big thing the turn that they tap out to make those big plays, can completely change the complexion of the game and get you through for lethal. Whereas Claim the Firstborn sits in your hand and it's like, well, I could give my Whisper Squad haste. That's not good. That's pretty cringy. That's pretty sad. So I'm not doing that. Jammernaut had a sideboard for the deck, which I included here with the deck list if you want to play this in best of 3. Also, you're welcome to tell me if you play in best of 3 how you would adjust or things you would do differently. You might want to cut these 2 active treasons and turn them back into Claim the Firstborns, since I added some treason to the main deck. But yeah, by all means, check it out. Play some sideboarded games. The Rotting Regisaur in the sideboard is particularly hype against fires if they don't have ways to remove it. Like this punches through a Deafening Clarion. it punches through for an insane amount of damage with an Obosh. So that's where Regisaur is pretty shiny. All right, I think I've introduced everything I got to say about the deck. Let's dive in, make a little run on that ranked ladder as the season is winding down here and we're about to reset, and let this nonsense begin. All right, we're on the draw, but our hand does stuff, so I think it's a keep. Plus we have Blood Crypt, the best land in our deck, and our opponent's going to open on a Scorch Spitter, which is a pretty welcome sight. So we could play the Serrated Scorpion, we could play the Cat. Which one's better, do you think? I guess if I'm going to trade something with the Spitter anyway, I can play the Cat, but if the opponent doesn't have like a Bone Crusher Giant, the Scorpion just eats it. So I'm going to go with the Scorpion. Recover that 2 life we paid for the Blood Crypt. Another Spitter, cool. And another Spitter, okay, it's getting real. The spit is real. The spit is hitting the fan, is that worthy? Alright, cats. Let's show them the meaning of power. So much Cauldron familiar. And they go land Embercleave, don't they? Ooh. Okay, Runaway Steamkin, you say? Well, we drew a Gutter Bones. Go ahead and pay our 2 life. Play our banner. Name black. Play our Gutter Bones. Should I attack them? We don't have good blocks next turn against the Embercleave anyway. Should I just let them have it? Have all their damage as long as I get mine? Because if I play this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, it's pretty epic. Okay. It's on. It is so on. That's what we call guts. Attack that mono red mage. Wow. Carefully, 1 by 1. Alright. They know the Obosh is coming. Down to 10. 4th Scorch Spitter. Why not? Alright. Here's the big guy. So, obviously it's a lethal attack. They have to block 2 things. Or at least 1 thing? No, 2 things. So, they go to 4, and we have an Obosh against 3 Spitters. I think we're better off holding back the Scorpion. Because if they kill it, to knock it out of the way, we gain the life. So this attack, though, they don't have to block with their Steamkin. Alright, I'm going to make them block with their Steamkin. And then we'll see if their Spitters can kill me. I'm going to go down to 7. If they equip an Embercleave, that's down to 2. It's not lethal. Yep, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, Runaway. Alright, Spitters. Does the Spitter army come through? Land off the top, was that what you needed? You can play Embercleave. That's not good enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 10. That aggressive posturing, forcing them to block. Oof. How many of you would have attacked there? Bone Crusher Giant hits the battlefield. And the opponent says go. They're hanging on. They're trying to hang on. Do we risk the Obosh? I think the opponent does have to. Have to block it. Alright. Get him. Draw those blocks. Everything has to die. Alright, Obosh is out of there. Backup Serrated Scorpion is here. Scry reveals Whisper Squad. That's good for a bunch of dorks. And if these Serrated Scorpions die, the opponent dies. Whew. Lurrus of the Dream Den. So they're the sacrifice deck with Lurrus, most likely. And we're the sacrifice deck with Mayhem Devil. Should we try to mulligan to find the devil? Nah. Nah, we'll draw it. We'll be amazing. It's fine. Scorpion on Scorpion crime is going to start this off, I think. We could play the Gutter Bones there, but the Gutter Bones just doesn't even want to trade with Scorpion, whereas these can bounce off each other, save us some damage. Proxa. I definitely want to keep the lands. Do I need 2 Woe Striders? I think 1 can go. The squad. Nice. Squad goals. Priest. Alright. Claim is looking good. Too bad Priest can't sacrifice Priest's own self. I guess I really want a Woe Strider before I do that. Plus I've got plenty to sacrifice. Let's see if you want to tango with Gutter Bones. Now, if the opponent has a claim for my Woe Strider, that's so bad, right? Maybe that's a reason not to play it. Because if we draw a land, we can go Woe Strider and claim. Also, if the opponent develops a way to sacrifice... I still think we hold off on this for another turn. Alright. Risk it for the biscuit. I can't be sure I'm going to draw a land, but if I just squat up really hard, I'm in a pretty good spot. And land is one of my worst draws. Okay. Let's do it. I've got plenty of creatures to sacrifice to the priest, so that they might even give up more board position than they care to. So here comes Kitty. Okay, they had the claim. They had the claim. If they had claimed my Woe Strider here, I wouldn't have a sack outlet for this claim. Right? They've got their own squads and 1-drops, and where's our Mayhem Devil when we freaking need it, right? Pretty easy. It's not the land. We needed the land. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Sorry, just thinking out loud. The opponent gets another great turn of priest use. Whereas I could grab their priest, sack both. Oh wait, I can play the Woe Strider with the mana, right? That works. Okay. Bit of frustration there. Just rope him to death. So what we can do there is use the priest to sacrifice our 2 creatures, make 2 mana, then play the Woe Strider, then sacrifice the priest, which is the missing piece. I could have done that the turn before too, huh? Yeah, I could have done that the turn before. My bad. Game on. Cat Oven. Kitty Oven time. Tapland City. Seems bad. But maybe we'll just scry into those untapped lands and life will get better. Crap. Well, that's not bad. What should we do with it? We really want the cat and the oven together, but I guess we don't need that. Do I just play a Whisper Squad? No, we just play a cat. Have the cat ready for combat. We can always get it back later when we throw something else in the oven. But in a perfect world, we get to go cat oven here. Oh, okay. Devil. Here's oven. Now we set up for claim. Untap land. It's a land, but it's not an untapped land. So So next turn, we're probably stealing the Steamkin, and we can play something else. I guess this is fine, because it will play with Devil eventually. Devil may care. If the opponent gets 2 counters on their Steamkin... Well, if they get 3 counters, of course they'll get rid of them. I was just trying to think, is there a way I can steal their Steamkin and put the last counter on it? Not with the mana we have now. Alright, 1 damage. So we could block the Steamkin and try to absorb more damage, or we could try to trade with the Spitter. Since we're going to get a food back next turn by throwing the Steamkin in the oven, I like trading with the Spitter a lot. The Spitter is kind of a Walking Dead thing because of Devil eventually, but they may have more 1-drops. So I'll take the trade. What are you gonna do? Rock on the Steamkin. Sure. Fervent Champ. Okay, there is another 1-drop I have to kill. The opponent misses the land drop. Give me that. Hit. Alright, throw it in the oven. That will bring back the cat. Now, do I want to expose the squad, or do I want to play the Gutter Bones? So there's no way I'm actually blocking this Fervent Champion, is there? I could play Whisper Squad and bring back the cat and block the champion. I mean, maybe that's good. Let's do it. It does force the opponent to do something about our situation. We're just buying time for Mayhem Devil to be good. Okay, that is a card we could also gang up on. But no, I think the right play is to take out the Fervent Champion. Then next turn, what do we have? We have Mayhem Devil, we have 1 Passage Crack, we put out Gutter Bones, we sacrifice it, that kills the Robber. Also, one of our things will still be alive here. You don't lose both. Now we'll see if we can draw the untapped land, because if we draw an untapped land here, then we get to save a Fabled Passage, so that's why we're not cracking it, and we did it. Go get the black, play the Gutter Bones, attack with cat, sacrifice cat, pick off Robber of the Rich. There you go. Oh, I do like beating up red decks. Alright, well, we can't stop that. We could bring back the... Ooh. Never mind, we can stop that. Not let the opponent have their 4-3. Well worth it. Alright, let's save the Passage Crack for something later and drop the Obosh on our opponent. That's a lot of damage. Alright, a sacrifice is 2 damage, cat coming back is 3, but it's not lethal yet. I mean, if you play stuff, I will kill it. I am vindictive against red decks. That is a thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bang! Boom. Let's do it. That's an aggressive hand. If we draw a cat, it's really good. So let's get off to the races with Gutter Bones. Let's go, Butterbones. Do your thing. Really interesting next turn. Do we drop the Temple, or do we drop the pair of 1-drops? Oh, you're a cycling deck. Well, we don't have to think much about the 1-drops now. Oh, we do, because we still don't have the red source. But I don't think the oven's going to matter, so maybe I'm wrong about that. Let's get the Scorpion down. Let's get the Scryland. The oven doesn't add to the clock right now, though. The banner does. Banner is actually really hype. It might even be better than the Devil. Granite. Okay. Play this, name black. Play oven. Charge. Opponent probably needs to block one of these just so that Obosh doesn't destroy them. Nope. They're going to keep it. They're going to try to race. Maybe they want me to commit the Obosh. But they don't have a Fox yet. It's very meh. So here's our first cycle. Here's our second cycle. One thing I've been trying more, when you're not worried about Improbable Alliance or the whatever the Kraken making thing is, Ominous Seas, you can run blue cards in your deck just to cycle them and not run blue sources of mana. It's pretty neat. It's neat if you like those kind of things. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Memory leak cycle, sure. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okie doke. Got the active treason technology, but we're still not against fires, which is the main reason I brought it in. Another black source. Let's play the Butterbones. Get ready for the Healer's Hawk Pridemate Mega Beats. They always have it. They always have it. Don't think for a second they won't have it. You'd be wrong. Alright, Gutterbone's doing nothing here. We could attack with it. Just do the bluff. I think I have to scry for sure. Yeah, I guess I keep an untapped land even if it's not the perfect solution. Butterbones. And now the pain begins. We need a sack outlet so that this active treason does something. Yeah, same for Mayhem Devil, they're just not doing anything. That's a good card. Alright, let's develop mana. Name black. Play Whisper Squad, and we've got to be defensive. Like, I guess we could attack here and trade with the Life's Bounty. Offer you one. If they trade the Life's Bounty, then they can't attack easily into these two without another way of gaining life. So they should take this hit, but let's see what they do. Right. Where is an oven? I would love to cook some different kind of cat. That's not good. That's not good at all. Alright, so what do we need? Still, any sack outlet can take care of the Hushbringer. And now the Pridemate has to slow down. I would have still attacked and used the LC to protect it, but the opponent must be a little afraid of something. Let's go ahead and drop Obosh. Get that double damage. It lets us keep attacking with Gutterbones. Let's slug it out. So this is damage from odd sources. Now unfortunately this is an even, so we can't double the damage from a Pridemate for an epic kill. Whoa. Alright, you're gonna protect your Pride Mate to absorb 1 Gutter Bones? Maybe? Interesting. No, they just let the bounties go. Wow. I'm a little surprised. They had the Giant Killer. Man, their deck has been brutal to us so far. Don't be a coward. Wow. Okay. So that's 8, 9, 10, 13 I can deal with the Act of Treason. That is not terrible. Squad can go get more squad. But if the opponent's afraid to attack, maybe I can wait and develop an even better board for this. Gosh, I need a sacrificer so badly. Alright, we'll go for developing the board. Remember, we're not going to gain life when the Scorpion dies. Not for as long as the Hushbringer is here. So we need them to make the same play again. Leave the board mostly empty. Okay. This is kind of a chance. Where are they going to? 19? 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 and 10. Okay, if they attack with all, we got this. This might be enough too. This is really close. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 3. I don't have a way to gain life. I think I can get my opponent to 1. 1, I'm telling you. 1. So maybe we should let them do this one more time and squad up. If only I had a way to gain a life, but I don't. Wait, this is 20, right? What am I doing with my math? What is my math? I would have died if I had missed that lethal. Oh my god. If I had put that on YouTube and found it later, I would... Oh my god. Hey guys, I had some audio issues earlier in the stream. I had the audio just glitch out in one of my games. So I cut that, I cut the game, but then I had to restart the audio routers, and then I just learned that some of the games were really quiet. So I'm sure some of you have already left me comments about "we can't hear you, CGB." I'm very sorry about that. I figured out what was wrong and fixed that too, but I don't want to cut those games. Normally I would delete those files and not expose you to subpar quiet CGB content if I caught it. But there was some cool stuff in those games. I don't want to delete them. I hope you'll forgive me. It's just one of those things where normally I wouldn't let you hear that, but I actually thought those games were interesting and went well, and I got to Act of Treason a 10-10 Pride Mate, so how could I cut that? It's just so glorious. So our opponent has the Lurrus. We don't have a lot of answers. We can't answer the Lurrus, we can't answer the Priest. We don't have the Reaper. Sorry, not the Reaper, the, you know who I mean. The Mayhem Devil. So we are in trouble, in every sense of the word. So I probably shouldn't have kept the hand. I was going through in my head all the things I wanted to tell you about those games. This probably should have been a mulligan to try to get a Mayhem Devil as soon as we saw a Lurrus. So this looks like the Aura variation, which runs Kaya's Ghost Form, Myers Grasp, and Deadweight, because you can recur those with Lurrus, which is very strong. And a Stonecoil Serpent. Okay. Easy blocks. Easy blocks. Now we still have Gutter Bones to get busy with. And we drew the cat. Cat Double Oven is probably better than a Woe Strider that won't hit. Just try to drain him. Just try try to suck their freaking soul. Double cat oven. Double cat oven. Yep. Smash flex Luris. Now if we attack with Gutter Bones and they block with Stone Cold Serpent, they can play a bigger, better Serpent. But I guess we'd want that. They'd spend their whole turn spending 3 mana on a Serpent. And we get our Gutter Bones back kind of for free at some point. Like, our Gutter Bones isn't worth much otherwise. We're just trying to get there. I guess Squad is better. Is Squad better? Make a bunch of 1/1s? Go wide? Better than a Woe Strider and a Goat? I don't know. I'm too full of uncertainty, but maybe the opponent won't block the Gutter Bones. It would have been a nice free 2 points of damage. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Strider, I think. We definitely don't want them to get life from their lifelinky friends. So, between Cat and Oven, alright, they've got their Ghost form. So they have that combo going for them. But we have, like, indirect damage, and we can stop them from gaining life. Wow, they play the Triome. Interesting. Myers Grasp. So, we could throw this in the Oven, but that's one less Cat activation. It's not particularly great. We definitely want to try to drain them out with Cat. And I don't know what I would even scry for, so this just dies. Oh! We let them draw a card because of Eidolon. Nope, we were supposed to sacrifice that. That was bad CGB. That was worst CGB. Alright. That could be huge. Don't ever underestimate the power of a card. We could wait, but we don't even have the red for a devil, even if we drew it. Oh, God. If I could steal this Luris. Return that card to the battlefield under your control. Interesting. So if we attack in here, the opponent can gain a life. I guess we don't want that. This is the worst my mana has treated me in a while, so not too surprising. Hopefully we come up with a red source and a Mayhem Devil in the next 2 draw steps. Gosh, my Heraldic Banner might even have to name red. Alright, let's go find another Whisper. And throw you in the Oven so the opponent doesn't get the card this time from the Grasp, since their engine is very much online here. Touching their cards. Pride Mate. Juicy. No attack. Alright. Kitty cat, do the thing. There's the red source. If we steal Luris, we can play a Whisper Squad or a Gutter Bones from our graveyard, which is pretty good. We can also steal a Pride Mate and throw it in the Oven. But the Pride Mate isn't too threatening. The opponent will get a Ghost form. The Luris will come back into play under their control, not mine. They control the aura. So when I sacrifice the Luris, it's not actually going anywhere. It'll just be back on the battlefield, and then they'll want to enchant it again. So that's not great. But I guess it gets us further ahead. We can play the other Whisper Squad, so... Give me that. Oh! It fell off because it can only enchant a creature or planeswalker you control. Aha! So that's how that works. Let's play other squad. We can always get a Gutter Bones later. I forgot about that. Not gonna lie, completely forgot that little bit of interaction. Alright, a little bit of a crash. Sorry about that. And now we have to end the... Ah! God. Terrible timing for a crash, and I didn't sacrifice Luris. I had the opportunity and I failed. Wow. Did not keep my cool, I suppose. Was too worried about the crash. My soundboard isn't working. Mic back. Okay, I got my mic back to normal. MTGA should be on game. There we go. And this should be on game. All right, and save. Okay. All right, there. All right, can't stop this. Man, if I lose this game after that, it's a mess. Not gonna lie to you. Feeling pretty down about it. Feeling pretty down about it right now. Opponent's gonna try to gain this life, but they're at 8. If I sacrifice the Scorpion, they go to... I need a free kill of the cat, but I have that on the backswing. Alright, so... let's go with... block, block. Sacrifice. Sacrifice, so their lifelink does nothing. Alright, bring the cat back. Draw. Mayhem Devil. We're gonna get this. We got this, guys. Oh, man. Oh, man. I am sorry for the rope opponent. It wasn't exactly my fault. Scorpion, have the honors. Oh, and I let them have their Luris back too. Oh, that was brutal, but we got through it. Sometimes you gotta swim uphill here in Mythic. Hand is aggressive and nice. We'll keep it. We're up against another Obosh, so probably a battle of devils. Our opponent has the Witch's Oven. We have lands. We have a lot of lands. On the bright side, we'll curve into Obosh just fine. So is the opponent already a Claim the Firstborn gamer? Not yet. We have a lot of land. A really lot of land. What do they have? They have something. I guess they could play a Bone Crusher Giant. Judith, sure. Anything that's not a land. It's fine. Second, Gutter Bones. Zap 2 of a Gutter Bones. Yep. Big old Stompy Stomp. If the opponent plays the Bone Crusher here, we play the Judith, then we can still attack. Good. Also, being on the draw when they get the first Obosh is kind of a tilt. It's definitely a tilt. So we have to posture very aggressively. In this hand particularly, I don't have any way to like break the mirror. I just have to make sure I can survive their Obosh turn, and if they go all in, I have my own. That's a problem. 1 damage where? Guess here. Maybe the opponent won't attack with their giant. It's possible. Yeah, they're attacking anyway. I think we just have to remove their resources now. Brutal. Very brutal draw, that's for sure. From a 4-lander to a 7-lander. And our Scry was the one like card that we've kept, or would have kept. So, pretty unlucky. Pretty bad luck so far. But the opponent keeps their Obosh. We draw an Oven. They have to play ours. It's just that simple. Now we both have double damage. I suppose drawing Active Treason would be nice, as the opponent may not have a way to kill mine. Let's see what happens. They attack. Are we trading here? Who wins the long game? I have a castle, they don't. So we should try for this. It's kind of a sign of weakness. They have the Oven and the Devil. I don't. Weird, right? They could have... Huh. I feel like they could have done more. Alright, so I can kill their Devil. If I get rid of their Devil, they don't have a cat. I do. They have a Woe Strider. That's annoying. Should have played the Oven first. My bad. Everyone. Alright, we can get back Gutter Bones, play Gutter Bones. It's kind of a who's gonna sacrifice first thing going on here. But I do feel like this is slight advantage us. We just have to make sure that their Devil dies. Let's see, if they block with Woe Strider, I can then do Sacrifice, and that does 2 damage over here. So no, I don't have enough yet to kill their Devil on its own, so we can't attack. Who's gonna blink? It is advantage them, right? Because if they draw a Claim the Firstborn, I can't straight up kill their Devil. I can sacrifice my own Devil, but I can't get rid of theirs. But as soon as I find one more way to sacrifice, we're in good shape. Another Woe Strider. That doesn't change the Devil dynamic. So do we run the cat through the Oven? It does 2 damage. We can pick off a Woe Strider. They get 2 damage as well. They can do a thing and kill my Devil, but they would have to sacrifice to do it. When do we want to do this? I think I give myself one more look here. It's an Oven. Alright, let's attack with Gutter Bones and see what they do. I think it also is good for us to start a sacrifice war on their turn. Oh. Okay. Let's do it. We gotta get that Devil gone. So now the opponent's gonna pick off on our Devil. They're going to have to sacrifice more things right now, which lets me use my Devil a few times. So let's start picking off their Woe Strider. They're going to have to sacrifice one more thing, which means we can pick off their Woe Strider. Like, they have to do it now. Not right this second, but very soon. So when they throw this last sacrifice, we'll be like, bang. Get your Woe Strider. So this is the trigger that's going to actually kill our Devil. So now we can sacrifice our Devil if we want to give them another point, but we get another point. The reason I think we want another point here is we can deal 1 damage to face and get back the Gutter Bones. But then we take our Oven Shields down for Claim the Firstborn, so I don't like that. So we're going to let it go now. We're done there. We definitely did what we needed to do. We're going to have to fight some 5/4 Woe Striders, but I think that's a war we can fight. Yeah, I still have another trigger that's going to kill this and another trigger that's going to kill this. So don't panic. Everything is under control. Then we're going to gain a food. I'll bring back the cat. We'll bring out the Gutter Bones. Our opponent's been scrying to the bottom. They're probably looking for another Mayhem Devil. That's what I would look for. And they're still looking. Stay sharp. Stay frosty. This could be top 200. They keep on top. If it's not another Mayhem Devil, maybe it's a cat. Those are the two things I would want here really badly. So, we get back a Gutter Bones, we play a Gutter Bones, we get back a Gutter Bones, we play a Gutter Bones. The other option was to draw with the castle. Might have been better. I'm really unsure, but I'm pretty sure. I feel like I might get one of these Gutter Bones to hit. Opponent looking to the graveyard. Okay. Away goes their graveyard. Out comes the 5/4. And is the card they kept a cat? They're holding it. What could that be? Felt like it would have to be a cat. Alright, we'll keep you in the graveyard. We might draw a Mayhem Devil. Scorpion, sure. Let's play you. We still have enough mana to bring back both Gutter Bones should we attack with them. One will get blocked by Woe Strider for sure, and then we're not drawing cards. The other probably gets chumped, so I don't think I'm gaining a lot by throwing the Gutter Bones away. I think I'm better off with the card. Alright, other cat. Now we're the one with Cat Oven. So we gotta work this thing. And now it's a race to the Mayhem Devils. I get 2 cards a turn, my opponent gets Scries. Woe Strider in theory should find the devil sooner. Chandra, is that what you kept? I mean, it's good for a couple tokens, but you have no graveyard. Maybe you have a priest. Alright, it's part of the scry machine. To the bottom. They are seeing a lot of library, that is for sure, but they are in a lot of cat trouble. They have cat problems. Next turn, I think I'm bringing out both cats and trying to attack for damage since they're giving up. They're just down to these 2 for blockers, at least. Okay, it's a land. Wow, I can't believe with all the scries, they haven't been able to hit relevant cards. Kind of blows my mind. Alright. Let's run the cats through the oven, then attack with everything. I do think what crashed the computer earlier was all me trying to click through my witch's oven faster. Okay, that's a good draw. That is a really good draw. Here come the blocks. The opponent can eat some food. Will it be enough to get them through this alive? I think we'll let that go. They're fighting. Let's see, they're taking 6 here. This is 7, 8. Math is so for blockers now. All right. So if I can sack the Scorpion in response, they still have a food token here. I could bring back and play Gutter Bones. I have 5 mana total. If the opponent goes to eat a food, though, I can also respond by just making them sack a bunch more things. But I can't just go nuts with the oven here and win. Like if I sack this in response, they can sack this, make food, etc. So I wait for them to make a move. Let's draw another card. There's a lot of 1-drops, so this might still be a playable. Okay, Act of Treason. So, they eat food. In response, sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. No, sacrifice the Scorpion. This will force them to sacrifice their Woe Strider and eat that food. So they go down to 0 Woe Striders. Now, in response, I could sacrifice Cat, bring back Cat, but that only gets them to 1. It's not lethal. Now they get to oven their tokens for even more life, but I think I can get through it. We'll see.
These little guys are great.
Alright, so I'll throw a cat in the oven. The opponent really wants to oven their, they really want to oven their elementals, and this gives us an extra cat death, which can be good for another damage. So we'll block here. And we see Chandra just in a tough spot, not really doing anything on this board. And yeah, they don't want to kill the cat. So we saved ourselves a point of damage. And now they suffer greatly. We can use Act of Treason to give our own Whisper Squad haste. So what do they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Still can't kill them. Still can't kill them. So, if we can't kill them, let's make Chandra die to slow down this food production. Bring back the Gutter Bones, put in the Gutter Bones, and drop a squad on them. And that is a lot of stuff. A lot of 1-drop damage. Getting ready to get ya. Bastion. Wow. Yeah, they are trying out a very different sacrifice deck. Very different. They got some funky stuff going on. Alright, so we double squad, we double oven, we crash, we win. And we're back. We did it. We made a pretty darn good Mythic run, to be honest. This deck is powerful, it packs a serious punch, and you're going to be really happy you have Act of Treason against Fires of Invention. You didn't really see it in the games, but I've played against Fires enough times, and I've been looking at Claim the Firstborn in my hand, feeling bad, to say, yeah, I think Act of Treason is where it's at. And Act wasn't a complete failure for us today. It showed up here and there. The star of this is still Heraldic Banner. I mean, this card has impressed a lot more than I think it ever will get the credit for here in Standard. going back to several other decks, mono white and mono black, that I've played in the past with the banner. But here, the ability to double the output of your 1/1s, your 1-power creatures in Serrated Scorpion, Whisper Squad, and Cauldron Familiar, and then double the output again with Obosh. I think that's a much bigger deal than you would expect. The deck may feel floody, but you have Castle Locthwain, and you do need to get to the 5 mana, preferably on turn 4, with the help of Banner, so that you can slam Obosh and get a ton of damage in. Missing a land drop is so painful for this deck, and the Shuffler is so set against you if you only run 22 land. I can tell you from experience. Woe Strider was okay for me. I feel like this card could have been a lot better, and maybe it's even worth running like 3 to run more Judith, because Judith was pretty impressive a good amount of the time. But for the most part, I wouldn't change too much about the deck. What are the cards everybody's going to say? They're going to say Knight of the Ebon Legion. I just think the output from these cards is a lot better, and that you only have so many spots. Like, what would you cut? Would you cut Gutter Bones? Gutter Bones, after you play a banner, goes to 3 power, which goes to 6 damage with the help of Obosh, whereas Knight of the Ebon Legion doesn't have the same output. So I wouldn't run the Knight, and everything else I really like. So yeah, take the deck out, have a nice spin, see how it goes, and you too can be smashing and bashing. All right. Also, sorry about the audio issues for today, but I think it's going to make a good addition to the video to show me not only crash in the middle of the game, but try to recover from it. And even though I misplayed when I came back, keep your head in the game, keep playing. Maybe that is good for some of you to see. I don't know. You can let me know if I should have just cut that entirely. Also, the lower volume after the crash that I forgot to fix. What a weird day. What a freaking weird recording day, but a good one nonetheless. So before I go, please check out my sponsors, coolstuffinc.com, 5% off if you use the promo code CGB5, taking pre-orders for Ikoria now. Get yourself some paper products, support sponsors of the channel. It would mean a lot to me. Promo code CGB5 for a little discount. eSports Gold, they support the channel even though it's a hard time to support the channel. A lot of esports stuff is canceled. Street Fighter is usually a big thing at cons. League of Legends moved completely online. So they're doing their best, but they're still supporting me, which means a lot. So make sure that you check out their website, and if you get a chance to interact with anybody over there or leave comments, let them know you found them through CGB's stream. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.